I'll spare you the news. We're all gonna die. Congratulations! So, do you want to hear the good news or the bad news first? Yeah, you probably realize the bad news is that you're gonna die. But the good news is that you can make your life a masterpiece and something beautiful before that time comes. How old were you when you first went to a funeral? 6, 7, 8 years old? You probably didn't even know what death was. Probably didn't know people could even die. And what were you told at that funeral? You see your grandfather in a casket, and it hits you like he's no longer here with you. He's there, but he's not alive. And trying to make sense out of it, you ask your mother, Mommy, what's wrong with Grandpa? Why is he in that box? She replies with, he passed away. He is in a better place now. And you're just like, what? Like, isn't he just dead? What does this mean going on somewhere else? He's in a better place? Is he at Chuck E. Cheese's? What? Disneyland? It's like, wow, we have euphemisms for the scariest thing in the universe. Passing away in a better place. Asleep. Imagine that at 7 years old. How screwed up your life would be if your mom tells you he's asleep and the next day it's like, oh, time to go to sleep, Johnny. And you're like, what? No, I don't want to go to sleep. Humans have been trying to make sense of death since the first caveman was eaten by dinosaurs. I think that's what happened. We've been trying to figure out why it happens to us and where we go after, if there is even an after. It's all throughout history. I made another video about history. You should go check that out. And even the first literary work of the human race, the Epic of Gilgamesh. In other words, it's the first book. The main idea of the Epic of Gilgamesh, which was written in cuneiform, is all about death. Imagine that. The first book ever written talks about death, the thing that we don't know anything about. And I'll just summarize the plot for you guys. Pretty much, Gilgamesh, the main character, is a demigod, which is half human, half god. He is afraid of dying. He goes on a journey of trying to find a flower of youth. He finds it, but it's stolen away from him. And pretty much, when he comes back to his city, all his people are, cheering him on, and they create a statue out of him. And he realizes that he shouldn't want to live forever. His legacy of just being the king for his city lives on forever. We all know we're gonna kick the bucket, but we're all trying to stand in what I call the death line for as long as possible. Well, looks like I'm waiting to die. Doesn't look like there's many people in front of me. Oh, moving up in front of the line. Hey, you want to cut me? No? Okay. Hey, do you know where this goes? No? Do you know when we'll ever get to the front? No? Okay. Well, we're moving up. Whoa. Looks like I'm next. Hey, when you come back, can you... Oh, you're not coming back? Hey, so when I come out, wait, nobody has ever came out? So how am I gonna tell you what's inside? Nobody knows what's inside? Well, that sucks. I'm next. Oh, shit. Hey, he has a front of the line pass. Oh, that's good? For me? Oh, yeah, is that why he's on a wheelchair? Another front of the line pass? What, diabetes? Ah, okay. Looks like I'm going in. I'm next. Here we go. So there are 3 questions about death. The 3 big questions that I think everybody would want to know about it, especially in their own lives. What happens next? What happens after you die if there's an afterlife? Are you reincarnated? Is everything just black? Are you asleep? Is there a heaven or hell that you might go to? When is it going to happen? So I'm pretty sure everybody here would want some idea or not whether of when they're gonna die, because it gives us a sense of, oh, I have this much time left. But personally, I wouldn't want to know when I would die, because I feel like it takes out all of the purpose of living, in the sense that you should make every day of life feel like it's the last day you'll be here. And lastly, how is it going to happen? So, will you be run over by a bus? Will you die slowly in your sleep? Will you have a stick shoved up your... Will you fall off a bridge? Die of some disease? There's so many things in the world that could kill you, but there's only one way you're gonna go out. Most people want to know how that is, so they could probably prevent that from happening. But then again, like I said, it takes the purpose out of living, in the sense that if you knew how you were gonna die, you'd just be waiting for that day. So out of these 3 questions, what happens after death? When are you going to die? How are you going to die? Which one? You can only pick one. Which one would you want to know? Personally, I would want to know question 1, because it's a really fascinating question, in the sense that every single religion in the world has been created trying to answer that question. Religions are pretty much codes of behaviors or values that everyone's trying to live by, so that at the end of your life, you could go to a better place. So you could pass on. You will live with Harambe. So, I could talk about death all day, but we're living and that's all that matters. So we should keep on living and not worry about death. So, the realization question today is, are you afraid of dying? Why or why not? Because the way I think about it, nobody should be afraid of dying. But everybody should be afraid of never to have lived. I personally am not afraid of dying. Because let's face it, we all die. And some of us achieve our aspirations and dreams before that time comes, and some of us don't. And I feel that it's more depressing or sad to see that people die before they achieve their goals and make a difference in the world that they wanted to have. You know, that's one of the reasons why I'm not afraid of dying. Another is I've already experienced a lot of near-death experiences. I don't care about it anymore. I just really don't care. Like, if someone put a gun to my head, I'll just be like, why though? Like, I've been there and done that. You know, I've got examples for days, but a major one that I'm probably gonna talk about more, I was in a pretty horrific car crash. It was so bad that the truck I was in flew and flipped upside down and was completely destroyed. And even the firefighters were amazed that we were able to get out, and they told us that if our heads were like 1 centimeter closer to the cement, we would have cracked our heads. And you know, experiencing that and having almost died, it really puts life in a different perspective. That life is precious and that it could end at any moment. Truly at any moment. Like, you might be thinking, oh, it can't end right now. Well, yeah, think about Trump. He's gonna set off some nuclear bomb just accidentally here in America. Just think about that. Yeah, it's always possible. It's always possible. At any time, anywhere, to anybody. After so many near-death experiences, you just are accepting of the fact that you're gonna die sooner or later. And like I said, I'm not afraid to die. Neither should you. But I am afraid to live, because living is way harder than dying. I'm probably gonna do another video on just life. I don't know what I would talk about. Everything, I guess. But yeah, so you're gonna die. I'm gonna die. We're all gonna die. Unless some scientific breakthrough occurs and we all live forever. But for the most part, we're gonna die. And I think that's the way it should be. Because I wouldn't want to live forever. I don't know about you, but I feel like I would get bored of life pretty quickly after 1,000 or 2,000 years or so. Just imagine that. You have to live forever. Is that hell or heaven? Like, I know I've seen this movie. It's called In Time. It's with Justin Timberlake. And one of the characters, he has pretty much unlimited time. He wants to give it all away because he's been living for like 2,000 years or so. He gives it to the main character, Justin Timberlake, and he commits suicide because he's just tired of living. And I feel that I would get to that point, and I would rather die at 80 years than get to that point of just being completely tired of life where I feel that I need to kill myself. I don't know, that's just me. What do you guys think? I really want to hear what you guys have to say about this specific topic about living forever. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. I could talk about this all day. If you ever want to talk about anything, once again, contact me anywhere on Facebook, Twitter, the Instagram, the Gram, the Snapchat, or just email me. I'm all ears. I'm here for you guys. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, because that's what needs to happen. Anyways, thank you again for watching. Go die peacefully. Feels weird saying that. Go die. Don't think about death. Think about what you could do before that time, because life is pretty amazing. And who knows, maybe death is only the beginning.